Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are comparing Samsung's One UI 9 and OnePlus's OxygenOS 16.1 to see which Android skin is the best in 2026. On one hand, we have Samsung's One UI 9, which features the Now bar with visible animations. On the other hand, we have OnePlus's OxygenOS 16.1, which has a pill-shaped island with smooth animations. The phone you see is the S26 Ultra, running the beta version of One UI 9. And here we have the OnePlus One 10 running the stable version of OxygenOS 16.1 on Android One 6. First, we'll talk about the lock screen, and both phones offer full AOD. In Samsung's One UI, you can see it removes the background so you focus only on the subject. On the other phone, the entire wallpaper background is visible on the AOD. You'll find animations like these on the AOD to lock screen, and you can customize the lock screen on both phones. OxygenOS 16 gives you a lot of clocks, including a depth clock option, which you don't have in One UI 9 yet. One UI 9 has adaptive clocks that change size according to the subject. Both phones offer many other clocks and support for various widgets. One UI 9 offers many more options, like wallpaper styling, depth, suggestions, frames, and a variety of effects. You get plenty of Samsung customization options here, including weather effects like snow and rainfall. In One UI 9, you'll find a Now bar with a wave-like animation for music. OnePlus OxygenOS 16.1 features a pill-shaped island where you can swipe up to check live alerts and notifications. Speaking of animations, the media player launches full screen with a nice effect. Which look do you prefer, One UI 9 or OxygenOS 16.1? Swiping down minimizes the media player, and both phones have good transition effects and clock animations. The animations are quite smooth on both, but One UI 9 is still in beta, so we'll see more improvements later. Now let's talk about the home screen, where both phones show live alerts and dynamic island-like notifications. You can see timers working on both, and you can stop or cancel them easily. Both phones have a dynamic island option at the top for live alerts and notifications. Let's go to the settings panel to see the transition effects when swiping from the left or right. The animations are smooth on both, but please let me know in the comments which ones you like better. Tapping the top of the screen gives you wallpaper themes, widget settings, layouts, and home settings. Both phones support widgets with a transparency effect on OnePlus. Oxygen OS 16.1 has a new, organized option to sort apps by category or color, which One UI 9 doesn't have yet. You can browse pages and make changes from the widget section, and both have a search option at the top. Now let's talk about the control center or settings panel. I find One UI 9's control center a bit better because you get more customization options. You can change the positions of toggles, but OxygenOS 16.1 has a limitation where you can't move toggles down. In One UI 9, you can place toggles anywhere you want and give them any shape. Samsung's One UI 9 offers a lot of customization, and you can add toggles with the plus button. Both phones have music players with a wave effect, and Wi-Fi toggles and blur mode are visible on both. Which control center do you like more, OxygenOS 16.1 or One UI 9? The search option on the home screen is better in One UI 9 compared to OxygenOS 16.1. Searching on One UI 9 shows calendar events, files, gallery, and more, with a nice blur effect. You won't see such a system-wide blur effect on OnePlus, which is a major difference. Today's video was a short comparison between One UI 9 and OxygenOS 16.1. Please let me know in the comments whether you would go with One UI 9 or OxygenOS 16.1. See you in the next video. Take care and bye.